Welcome to my underground lair. Welcome to Joseph Stalin's private keep. Video is going to be about bitter people and how to bitter entities and evil entities that want to make you into a slave and a pawn and debase your soul and heart. So essentially, you can know them. I mean, these people have these demons in them of hatred and malice. And you can sense them. And it's like Satan itself. Satan is an ancient old devil. He's called the old devil. And these old men that want you to be old and bitter, and they want to crush your emotion, because they don't have any emotions anymore, because they've turned into skeletons pretty much. There are people out there that are like this, and they are in they don't have any love per se. They think that they're angels or something, or gods, but they're lacking they're lacking emotion, so they think that they're divine. People that fell into something, they fell into something. But you gotta be careful of these people, these sorcerers. Okay, so sorcery is witchcraft. Sorcerers, and this is what they're doing nowadays. They're targeting people that have schizophrenic mindsets. This is what the devil is doing to some of us. See, the devil lives inside of some people, and he knows what you think. He has a whole vocabulary. You actually are telling the world through the indoctrination of the English. It's basically all indoctrination. It's poisoning. The Masons, the Illuminati are into this stuff. They're trying to indoctrinate us. And some of us have been so far removed from natural sensitivity that they're living entirely intellectual in their heads, and they're living in a complete fairy tale world based off of constructs that have probably existed since Babylonian times. Think about it this way: all the English languages, the words of English languages, especially words of the body, they it's like a spell that the people have been put under, and they actually believe in these things. There are actually people out there, and they're everywhere. Next to me. Okay, so the devil helped create these languages. You said it's like going above and beyond like nature. This is what humans are trying to do, and this just doesn't make any sense to me. Um, it's all crazy, basically. The human beings are absolutely crazy, and I'd stay away from humans in general. And if you can become a fraud, become something other than human, I'd recommend that. All I'm saying is that humans are trying to use witchcraft with the human body. And they're trying to consider, this is the predicament that we're living in right now, is this idea of sin and your body and the members of your body and what you're using your body to do with your body. there seem to be fallen powers, fallen humanoids that want to control you and your body, your what you're doing, and they get you trapped into this paradigm, this like duality, and it's all insane. It doesn't even make sense. It does make sense if you have a serious. If you're a psychopath, it makes sense. If you're a fucking an entity from hell that wants to fucking you. See, this is what the devil does. He's trying to give you a false knowledge, and then the fake knowledge is not going to save you. It's absolutely just corrupt, is what it is. It's criminal. There's people that think that they're ruling the world, royal people, they're so-called royalty, which are into this kind of thing. They're into this esoterical, mystical conundrum constructs. It's like a fairy tale that's been created around the human body and humanity and a human person. And they literally have been living in a fairy tale. And they believe in their fairy. They believe what has been it was like all pre-invented for them. For them to, so they have this great knowledge, this great intellect. The devil gives them this knowledge. The devil can illuminate them with this fake knowledge that's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help them. What it's really going to do is it's going to poison you and indoctrinate you into constructs related to the elemental creation, what you could see with your eyes and what you could hear. Um, but it's sad and tragic, to say the least. I could go through a few things. You know, even the Bible's full of this weird conundrums and stuff, and it can even poison you. The devil can quote the Bible, and he can quote the Bible, and he could remind you of things in the Bible. And I think the book of Revelation has been eaten up. They've been poisoning us with the Bible for a long time now. Religion is being used to poison us, destroy our lives, our mental health, and our spiritual life is being ruined by indoctrination, like the way a cult would think. The way that a cult would think would be symbology and numbers. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like your computer. I mean, they could use the Bible's numerology and poison you and use it as mind control. You know, they could use the number 44 Revelation and mind control you through that, or the devil's mark of the beast. This is the world that we've been enslaved into. Is basically with this is what I'm talking about. It's all been precognitionized, prefabricational. And I love talking about but I just, this is what's been bothering us for a long time. Is the fact that the entities want to burrow into your brain and they want to fill you up with all this nonsense to where you're no longer a free person. You can't think freely. You've been enslaved, indoctrinated. And there are people that are the gods that want to be your god through this nonsense. It's really fear. It's really based off of like cult mentalities. They want to live in a cult reality that they just, there's something in something evil inside of man that it's like a virus that makes them want to cling on to these kinds of things. It doesn't really make any sense. It's sin, is what it is. It's like sin is a symbol, is a sine wave. It's like in, it's spelled sin. Well, it's an internal thing, and the heart is wickedness. It's deceitful. It says in the Bible in Jeremiah. So if you're living according to to symbology and this internal structuring, this internal bullshit, living according to the law that's some kind of sinfulness. Because whatever doesn't make any sense. Human beings had to freaking live. Why do they have to be all survivalist? Okay, it's just based off of survival orientation, but then you have a survivalist orientation that goes beyond just normal like food, whatever, work to survive. It's like this whole mentality can go leagues and this above and up, and just go bizarre, and just go into some bizarro stuff. Absolutely criminal. And Jesus showed us that you should want to die, to go to suffer. You can't want to keep going on in the bull crap. This bullshit survivalist orientation, where you want to just you act like you're some kind of evolution, like you're trying to you're some kind of there. I believe that human beings are being modified, and it's really atrocious what they're trying to do to us. Turn this into extra dimensional. They're these psycho parasites. I've seen them with my mental vision. They look like this. They look like. Well, anyways, I was fasting to get rid of them. What happened to me was I was fasting for like 2-3 days, and that helped me get rid of these things from my mind and my brain, so where I no longer am being infected by these things to the degree that I was before. So through prayer and fasting, you can cut out these evil things from your brain, but but they will try to infect you. They're still trying to kind of take us over. It is literally it is there is there is a second brain in the stomach area, and that's what's being affected. That's what needs to be cleansed. Maybe, ma'am. Let me get out of here. But you know, so Satan, the accuser. So Satan doesn't have an intellect, barely. The only thing that the demons know is what that they can accuse us of to imprison us, and this is basically what they mean. They were trying to imprison you. And they're trying to use the freaking police. Now they're trying to use the police to do it now. Because the rabbit hole goes deep. They use religion itself with the law. So you have this invasion of the police, the law, with into the church to create a judicial legalization of Christendom, which is really horrible. Because this what they did. That's what the Knights of Malta, the Knights of Columbus, the Vatican Roman Church, they did that kind of thing. Or like the Knights of Malta. I think them peoples are still around. You never really know nowadays. I mean, how would you know if Satan wasn't trying to live in a book or something and trying to mind control people through ideologies from religion. They didn't have books back in the day. In Jesus' time, they were very rare. Nowadays, we have all these books and these things that we're not even really fully comprehending what the shamans can do with these things. There are shamans, there are dark voodoo people, powers that are trying to use church. They're trying to use anything. See, but from like, it doesn't even make sense to me. So yeah, it's a very tumultuous turmoil. This is what I wanted to get rid of. There was these construct fairy tales of man that Satan wants us to get wrapped up into. These constructs of nothing, of non-sensory physical objects, material objects. The names of what they represent in a spiritual sense, and this is what they're trying to indoctrinate and connive a nonsensical paradigm. It's just weird stuff. So the idea is to just let next guy here. I don't know what I'm even going on about. So yeah, I'm really sick and tired of it. I'm just sick and tired of living in a world with bitter people and I think they're possessed. I think they're using